Well, four league games into the season. Has it gone even better than you thought was possible?
It's been fantastic. Shame we couldn't beat Carlisle at home, but in fact, I've just been speaking to your editor Kevin, who's a Carlisle fan, and he tells me that the Carlisle offside goal wasn't offside. But no, joking aside, it's been a dream start, absolute dream start, and the icing on the cake, game 4 was the performance at Tramley. I mean, that's just an exceptional performance, and I just think it embodied everything about the start of the season so far, about the organisation, about the committedness of the team, the team spirit, and actually no little amount of flair, pace and skill. We were just very much together, and I think even with 2-0 down, I was pretty comfortable that this game wasn't over. We played so well first half, but the changes and the formation we're playing at the moment, I just think we really are entertaining, and I think there's been a huge justified criticism about the way we played, certainly last season, that we weren't entertaining, particularly at home. And we need to now repeat the performance at Tramley at Wadden Road on Saturday, and the Saturday after that, and the Saturday after that. And that's the big challenge now for Mark. He's set a very, very high standard after these first 4 games, getting better and better, I think, because we dominated the game for 90 minutes. It wasn't just, you think of, I always think of great comebacks, Rushden and Diamonds away, where that was all about the last 3 minutes of the game. And likewise, Burton Albion 6-5, that was really the last sort of 5 minutes of the game. This was for 90 minutes. We were good from start to finish, creating chances after chance after chance. So I think we've got a really good spirit in the camp, and some great characters in the team. And really, they got absolutely what they deserved. And I was delighted for Mark, because he's taken a bit of criticism. But I think it's a big smile on his face. But also you've got to look at the whole management team. I think we've just got a really, really good structure in the whole of the management team. This isn't just Mark. This isn't just Byron. This is about the collectiveness. Going back to what Cheltenham was always about under Cottrell and other managers, where we were very, very together. And I think that's what we've gone back to, which is what we wanted to do.
It's exactly what you said just before the first game, that you wanted that back, and you said at that point you had no idea how the season was going to go. I know it seemed only very early days, but it's just given everyone a much better positive feeling, hasn't it, the way the team started? It's the best start in the Football League.
It is early days, but I mean, if we lost the first 4 games of the season, equally we would be doom and gloom, and people would be calling it for Yates' head. So let's actually just be proud. Let's take it for what it is. We've had a fantastic start. Let's be chuffed to bits. Let's enjoy that. But let's try and do our best to make sure it's not just 4 games, it's 5, it's 6, and it's 7, and it's 8. And there's no reason, I've seen nothing so far to suggest that we shouldn't have a very good season ahead of us. Okay, we might get some injuries. We need to make sure that we can cover. We've done that, obviously bringing in the Bristol City boy, and he did very, very well. We've got some great players on the bench. Joe Hanks is just I'm sure raring to go again. So yeah, fingers crossed. It's been an unbelievable start. I'm very pleased for the fans as well. They've had a lot of long journeys, Brighton, Bury and Tranmere, in very difficult circumstances. I got there late on Saturday again because of the traffic. But 150 of them made a lot of noise from start to finish, and they all had a really, really good day out. And I think Cheltenham Town, if they can deliver more good days out at home and away, then we won't be doing much wrong. Yeah,
first game, Accrington brought 65 fans. Carlisle brought a few more, but it was never going to be huge on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And Hartlepool aren't going to bring massive amount, but
no.
Have the early crowds been a concern for you, the home contingent?
Well, no, not really. I think the season ticket sales were down. I think August is always a difficult month for crowds with holidays and other things going on in family life. But clearly we do need to see those crowds building up once the holiday season starts to come to an end, as it is now. But I think also I would hope on the back of the start we've had that more people will now come to the Hartlepool game than otherwise might have come. Hartlepool got a win last week, so they might bring a few more down. But ultimately it's down to the home support, and if we can get the home support up towards 2,500, 2,700, getting up to 3,000 and get crowds of 3,500. That's really where we want to be, and if we can do that, we can further stabilise the football club and perhaps strengthen the squad as well.
Yeah, Mark's been speaking for a while about 2 more to come, backup goalkeeper and a striker, and Emil Sinclair would have been quite a big investment if that happened. Is there enough money for 1 more? key first team player.
There is, but I'd rather we didn't spend it. At the end of the day, I don't want to spend money because it's there, and Mark's fully aware of that. And to be fair, he's done very, very well with the budget he's been allocated. But also, if you do invest in players now when things are going well, it's easier for players to go into a team which is doing well, where there's a lot of positivity and confidence, than a team which is struggling. So it would be a good time to bring somebody in. It also keeps everybody else on their toes. It's people challenging positions. But we leave that to Mark. I mean, his recruitment so far, I don't think can be faulted. He's got a pretty good. I think that's one of his strengths actually, is player recruitment. He's got some good people around him. There's a little bit of money there, not loads, but the critical thing for us will be the crowds. We do really need people to come along now. I accept we haven't delivered entertainment in the last 12 months, but I think people would say now that everybody who's there at Tranmere will say that we are playing some very entertaining football. And if you look at the calibre and the enthusiasm and pace and skill of some of the players we brought in, that's the sort of football we're going to be playing, and it's scary. I don't think Tranmere knew how to handle A, Byron, but B, the pace of the players. The wingers and the midfield player, they couldn't handle that pace. It was a dream. Everyone's backing off them, weren't they? And we were almost putting crosses in at will. So I just really, really hope we can put in a damn good home performance, because I don't think we've had a really, really good, solid home performance and a decent win for a long, long time. Let's try and get the 3-0 result on Saturday. Let's really play well, score 3 goals, and send everybody home with a big smile on their face.
Yeah, and finally, Paul, I just want to ask about Byron. There's been rumours about, obviously he's been playing well for a while now. You said that you haven't had a firm offer from Coventry, but do you expect there to be any interest in Byron between now and Monday night?
Well, we've had no offer from anybody. We've had no phone calls, so I've had no phone calls from any chairman or chief executives. As far as I know, nobody else has either. I think I would know if there had been. We ain't going to want to be letting go of a player who the Tranmere manager said they couldn't handle. That's the sort of player that we want to be having at Cheltenham Town. He's got a year on his contract. He's enjoying it here. I think he's one who really has started to engage with the fans. I think he hasn't had the greatest starts, but he's done very, very well, and he's a big player for us. So we ain't going to be letting him go, not unless we get some fantastic offer which we just couldn't refuse. But we have to make sure that if that does happen, we've got something in place to replace him, and that won't be easy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Paul. We'll continue.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.